And we are back now and continuing that conversation about animal surrenders at shelters. Our Verify team spent some time trying to figure out if it's just happening in a few spots like we mentioned in Niagara County or if this is part of a national trend.
Verify's Adiane Till now with the answer.
Adopting a puppy during the early days of the COVID-19 pandemic was very popular as stay-at-home orders left people feeling isolated. According to the ASPCA, about 1 in 5 households acquired a cat or a dog since March 2020. That means nearly 23 million American households got a pandemic pet. Now that more people are going back into the office, Verify audience member Amma asked us about the fate of those animals.
I heard that right now is like the time when the most people are trying to put their dogs up for adoption. Is that true?
People on social media are also concerned that cats and other animals adopted during the pandemic will be returned. So let's verify. Has there been a nationwide spike in animals being surrendered to shelters in 2021? To get an answer, Verify interviewed several national organizations that track shelter adoptions, including Shelter Animals Count, North Shore Animal League America, the American Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, and American Pet Products Association. Stephanie Filer is the executive director of Shelter Animals Count, an independent nonprofit that monitors pet adoptions and returns at shelters across the U.S.
The good news is when we look at the trends, that's really not the case across the country.
SAC published their findings in a report that tracked data from 300 shelters between January and June in 2019, 2020, and 2021. The data tracks both dogs and cats. And according to the report, owner surrenders, which are pets given up by their owners to animal shelters, well, they decreased by 25% from 2019 to 2020 and increased by 3% in 2021. And that slight increase, well, it's still well below the number of surrenders in 2019. The ASPCA also conducted a survey of more than 5,000 American adults, and they found 90% of households who acquired a dog during the pandemic and 85% of those who acquired a cat, well, they still have them. So we can verify, no, there has not been a nationwide spike in animals being surrendered to shelters in 2021. With your Verify, I'm Adiane Till.
All right, so a little bit of good news there. But in Niagara County, I mean, they're really having a tough time of it right now. So if anybody's watching and you would like to adopt an animal and you have the ability to do that, they'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, and certainly it is a very big responsibility having a pet. They're wonderful to have, but you also have to take care of them. There's lots involved.
Anecdotally, we thought all these new pet owners, that there was going to be a time when they couldn't do it. So, yeah, good stuff.